Hey guys, so today is going to be another get ready with me video, and I am going to do it talking style like I did with my mommy talks video. Yeah, today is actually a work day for me. I have to go to H&R Block. And if you follow my vlog channel, then you know and have heard that I am not working right now at my main job because I got laid off. I'm going to use some NYX Shine Killer as a base. I actually really like this stuff. It kind of has like a silicone feeling, kind of like the Smashbox Photo Finish, but it actually does a really nice job of mattifying your skin, which, hello, you know I have a super oily skin if you've been following me for a while, and I'm having some breakout issues along my cheeks here. I'm not exactly sure what that's from. But yeah, so I'm not working right now at my full-time job, just H&R Block, which is actually a full-time job in and of itself. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Magic Lumi highlighter, but I have it in the color light, so I can actually use it as like a concealer, under-eye concealer. So yeah, usually when I work my main job, it is obviously a full-time job, and then when I work H&R, it's also considered a full-time job because I do work, I don't know, 30, 40 plus hours during tax time because, you know, it's busy. I work for H&R Block. We're probably one of the most busy or the busiest tax company in San Antonio. I'm just blending it with my finger. Oh my gosh, it looks very, very light on camera. Wow. Talk about under eye brightening. I'm going to use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I have it in NW20. I should have got the NC20 because I much prefer this for my face than under my eyes. It's a little too heavy for me for under my eyes, but it works semi-decently. So what I usually do is just take a stippling brush and kind of dab it in the concealer and then put it on the areas that I want and just kind of use it as like a foundation that's kind of full coverage. It is a little bit pink for my skin, because it is an NW, so it is a little bit too pink, especially when I do like under my neck. But what I do is I go back with bronzer and blend it out, and it kind of works. I mean, I don't do this every day, just like when I want a little bit more full coverage. So anyway, my load really hasn't been that hard because this time of year is usually super stressful for me because I have, well, like the last for 3 years I've had Emmy, so that has been kind of rough, especially when we first got her, because it was like I had to get accustomed to babysitters and daycare and school and all that kind of stuff. And now that I have Maddie, it actually worked out better that I don't have a full-time job, because if I did, oh my god, I'd have to worry about putting her in daycare and stuff, and it terrifies me. Even though I really like Emmy's school, I really don't have any issues with her at all. I would worry about somebody taking care of Maddie. She's just so tiny, which they do. And like my mom had to put, well, she got to stay home with me for a year, but she had to put my brother in daycare for, since he was like 2 weeks old. So, and he's perfectly fine. So I know it's not like the end of the world. It's just something that it bothers me. I didn't even like putting Emmy in daycare, and she was 1.5. Once again, just using up the powder flash. I'm actually getting through it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still have a ton of product left, but I'm actually getting through it since I've been using it every day. It's working out a little bit better for me. Not that I need much more brightening under the eyes, but I've actually been getting really good feedback about my lighting using the studio lights, which is awesome because it is so much easier for me. Like right now, it is daylight outside, but I've told you guys before, I have huge 3-panel window taking up almost the majority of the biggest wall in my room, and it's just so hard. The sun goes in and out, and it's just really difficult because the sun sets on the front of my house. I know it rises on the front of my house and it sets on the back of my house, so it's really difficult to figure out lighting when it's not summertime. Using the Maybelline Dream Matte powder with the e.l.f. brush. I love this brush. $3, you cannot beat it. And I actually really like this powder too. I have so many powders. You guys would not even believe how much makeup I'm getting rid of. And I have so much. I feel like I'm just a makeup hoarder. Like, I will get rid of makeup so that I can buy more makeup. Do you guys do that? Like, I have an issue. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, but back to the lighting. Yeah, I've got really good feedback about the lighting, and I'm so happy that you guys like it for the most part. Although, I will have to say, I'm not going to be filming with my mirror in the background for two reasons, because a bunch of you were like not happy with the fact that the lights were in the mirror and they're distracting, which I completely understand because I get distracted easily by the background of some people's videos. I think that's why a lot of people try and just keep it simple. And then also, I left the freaking bathroom door open, which I've already apologized in another video about it, and I have since corrected any subsequent video that I filmed that way, and I cropped out the toilet, which I did not even realize in, what video was it? I think my Bath & Body Works haul, my semi-annual sale haul. The freaking toilet was in the background the entire time. I was editing and I did not even notice it until someone was like, hey, nice toilet. I was like, oh my god, how embarrassing. Just gonna use my favorite e.l.f. brow product, the lifter and filler, to fill in my eyebrows. But yeah, I fixed that, so you won't ever have to see a toilet in the background. If I do ever film like that again, I will definitely make sure I shut the bathroom door. I really don't think I'm going to ever film like that though, because like I said, I wasn't even a huge fan of the lights being in the background in the mirror, so I think I'm just going to film like this. I would rather have my nail polishes in the background like I did when I would film in my makeup room. If you look at some of my older videos when I was in my makeup room, my nail polishes were in the background. So I may just stick to this and film this way. And it's also easier because my beauty products are right next to me, so I may just stick it out like that. Normally I do my brush and bronzer. Did I really just say brush and bronzer? Oh my god. Normally I do my blush and bronzer last so that I can kind of match it with my eye look, but I think because my eyebrows look crazy, I'm going to go ahead and do it first. So I'm just going to use a little bit of Hoola bronzer. This bronzer has literally lasted me forever. It's like getting down to the nitty gritty, but it's literally lasted me forever. I just take a Real Techniques, this is actually a blush brush, and dab it in there and then start at the back of my cheekbone and go forward. And this actually covers up a lot of the pink in the MAC Pro Longwear. Oh, and I also wanted to tell you guys thank you so much for all of the feedback relating to Emmy and the issues that she's been going with as far as sibling jealousy and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. Of course the girls have the same pediatrician, and I was so concerned about it that I actually spoke to their pediatrician because I just wanted some advice. I want to make sure I'm doing everything that I can to make her as comfortable as I can, because of course, you know, I never had a sister. I have a younger brother. He's 2.5 years younger than me. I never experienced any type of jealousy. I don't know if it was because I was the oldest, I was a girl. I never experienced any of that. So for me to watch her go through that is absolutely heartbreaking, especially seeing her acting out for negative attention. I'm so blessed that she's such a good little girl. We really have instilled discipline and responsibility in her, and I really haven't had any issues overall. I'm going to use the Lorac blush in the color Velvet Rope. I love Lorac blushes, but we really haven't had any issues with her at all. I mean, she's a good girl. Like I said, I expect a lot from my children. When Maddie gets older, I will be expecting a lot from her as well, because Emmy knows when I say something, I mean business. Like, she knows that if I tell her to calm down or to go do something or to, you know, one of her chores, like, she knows that I mean it, and I don't play around when it comes to that kind of stuff. But lately, I told you guys in the last video, or one of my last getting ready with me videos, I just have been having not necessarily issues with her listening, but issues with the jealousy. And then at school, she's been acting out too. Like, I noticed the teachers have been giving her like straight faces a lot more versus smiley faces, and they know that she has a new sibling, and so they understand, and they're trying to work with her as much as like we are. But I just feel really bad for her, because I can tell that she's yearning for attention, and I've heeded a lot of y'all's advice as far as spending extra time with her, like alone time. Is that too much blush? I feel like it looks like too much blush. I'm just talking, put in blush. We've definitely tried to do a lot more one-on-one time with her, and a lot more like mommy and me time, instead of, you know, shoving her to the side, because it's very natural as having a newborn in the house. It's very natural to kind of tell your older child, okay, you know, you got to go to the other room, don't touch her, don't wake her up, you got to be quiet, you got to do this. And definitely everyone in the family has been like, especially with having my nephew as well, which my brother and my sister-in-law had my nephew on September 22nd. So he's 9 days older than Maddie. And so that's definitely been a shock for Emmy because she was the only child for years, like 2.5 years. And now it's like, boom, she's got a new cousin and a new baby sister. And so poor thing, she went from all the attention to next to no attention because everyone's attention was on the babies. So it breaks my heart for her because I never want her to feel like she's not loved, because that's the farthest from the truth. My favorite highlighter, the golden bronzer from Elf, that's the farthest from the truth. I never want her to feel like that because she's our world. We love her to death. I mean, I couldn't even imagine not having her in our life. And so growing up especially, I never want her to feel like, oh my God, well, mom and dad didn't love me, they loved Maddie, or, you know, grandma and Grandma Bob, which is what she calls my grandma, and Uncle Chubby, and like everyone, no one cared about me because the babies were here. I never want her to feel like that. So I really, really appreciate you guys giving me advice on how to handle that situation and how to spend more time with her. I'm trying my hardest because obviously I'm a new mom of 2 and I have no idea how to do all this. So I really appreciate you guys' feedback. Okay, so I'm going to use my Naked 3 palette. This palette actually has not been loved as much as it should be. So I'm going to try something new today. Well, I say something new, it's really not anything new because I've been wearing this kind of like off and on. But I'm going to use Mugshot, which is this like taupey bronze brown color. I'm just going to take a blending brush and sweep that on my lid and throughout the crease. When I'm just going to be like around the house and running a few errands, if I decide to put on makeup, I definitely put on a light layer, mainly to cover up my face because I don't get much sleep. I told you guys I have a horrible routine. I stay up late, I wake up early, and it just is non-stop. And my face actually has been really decent, and I don't feel like I need makeup at all. I really enjoy wearing it, and I feel like it makes me feel not so much like a mom. Like this is, you see my hair. This is a typical mom look. I enjoy wearing it down. And so when I go to work, I tend to put on a little bit more makeup so I can feel more glam. So you can see it just gives like a little bit of definition. It's not a super dark color. I really, really enjoy it. Actually, Miss Glamorazzi did this look in I think a Getting Ready With Me video not that long ago, and I love it. I'm going to take the same brush. This is like a multitasking quick makeup look. I'm going to take the color Strange, which is the highlight color in the palette, and sweep that under my brow. And you know what's funny? I actually did notice that this palette has a ton more fallout in the shadows than the other palette, the other Naked palettes, which I don't know. I don't know that this palette is necessarily like a great palette to have. To be honest, I've grabbed it probably 10 times, which I've had it for a month and a half. So, well, maybe 10 times is quite a bit. I don't know. But I really haven't stepped out of my comfort zone. So I'm going to take Nooner, which is the like one of the best blending shadows in the palette. I'm going to take that on the same brush. It's like a mauvey purpley color, and just dab that in my crease. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, in my vlog video when I was in the car, you know, looking busted and talking to you guys about my job, I think I had mentioned an interview that I was going to do. So actually, I got the job. I'm so freaking excited. I had interviewed for 2 positions at 2 different hospitals here in San Antonio. And I went to a job fair for the hospital that I'm going to be working at, and I applied for all these different positions, and I was like, no way is anyone going to hire me because, you know, hospitals hire ADN nurses, but not as much as they hire BSN nurses, and especially if they're trying to go for a magnet status. So I was like, there's no way they're going to hire me. And the one job that I applied for was on an ortho floor, which is orthopedic surgical. So they do like hip surgeries, knee surgeries, and abdominal surgeries, which is a great place to start for med surg. It wasn't the place that I necessarily wanted to be though, but don't get me wrong, I was going to take it because I wasn't trying to be picky because I needed a job. Well, the residency program that I was going to do was supposed to start February 10th. Well, I can't, that was just too close for me. Like, if I had to, I was gonna make it work, but it would have been a struggle for me to have to finish up tax season and get Maddie in daycare and all that. So I applied for another position, which was through the same hospital, but through the labor and delivery unit, which is exactly where I wanted to be. I'm gonna take a Burnout, which is the third color in the palette. It's like a light pink color, and I'm just gonna dust it all over my lid. So yeah, the L&D is exactly where I wanted to be, but of course at the job fair that I went to, everyone and their mother was in that line to apply for the job. And so there was, the director told me there was 200 plus interviews and there was only 2 spots available. So of course I was like being all Debbie Downer and pessimistic about it, and I was like, no way, no, they're not gonna want to hire me. Sure enough, I got an interview, and out of the 200 plus interviews, I got one of the spots. So I was so excited. Like, honestly, I really wasn't that confident in myself, but not because of my interview skills or my people skills, because I am fully confident in my capabilities in that area. I just was afraid my qualifications weren't going to be enough for them, because I'm still working on my bachelor's and I won't be done until March, and I just didn't think that was something that they were looking for. But turns out my charming personality won them over, because out of 200 plus interviews, I got one of the 2 positions that were available. The problem with the position is it doesn't start until July, which at first I was like, oh my God, not till July? That's not gonna work. I need a job now. But the more I thought about it, the more I was like, you know what, that's actually perfect. It'll give me time to finish up tax time, which is till the middle of April, and then I'll have a solid 3 months to do whatever I want and stay home and take care of Maddie. So pretty much what it is I will be in like a training program for 15 weeks to learn how to be an L&D nurse and to focus my education towards that area. And I am thrilled, because that's always where I wanted to be. And the hospital that I'm working at is the hospital that I delivered Maddie at. So I am absolutely just ecstatic about it. Our plan was originally to go to Hawaii in October, but now, because I'll be doing the training program in the L&D department at the hospital, we're going to Hawaii in May. So we're going to be staying in Oahu, Waikiki Beach, where we stayed when we went for our honeymoon. So if you guys live in Hawaii, I would love to have a meet and greet somewhere in Waikiki Beach, if that's where you live. You know what, I'm actually going to take the darkest color in the palette, which is Black Heart. It's like a maroony black, and or it's like a black with maroon sparkles. I'm going to use that to create a wing liner, just a subtle wing liner. Just a softer look than actually using black liner. So yeah, that'd be really cool to have a meet and greet in Hawaii. I don't know how much time. We're going to be there for 9 days, 8 nights, which is amazing, because we were there for 11 days, 10 nights for our honeymoon, and I absolutely loved it. Hawaii is just amazing. I'm using the CoverGirl Bombshell Volume. Love this mascara. You guys saw it in my January favorites. I literally have been using it every single day. She's what?
Ready to sleep soon.
Oh, you want to show her in the video? Look, she's smiling. Come here, princess. Look. Hi, baby. Look at your hair, mama. Say hi. Hi, everybody. Say hi, princess. You see this child's hair? It does not go down. It just it stays up like that. She's grumpy. She's ready to take a nap. Okay, mommy loves you. Mwah. There you go. Hi, mama. Hi, pretty girl. Okay. Night-night, baby. I love you.
Night.
I don't even remember what I was talking about. This is what children do to you. They make your brain go off in La La Land. I love this mascara. Love. Not only does it give you length, it gives you volume. I only use the side number 1 though. Side number 2 to me is like a regular mascara. It has a regular mascara wand. I mean, it's okay. I don't feel like it does anything extra for my lashes, but I love side number 1. The only thing is I wish obviously it were a bigger tube, and I wish it wasn't such a bulky packaging, but I love this mascara. I'm not going to do anything under the eyes today. I'm just going to leave it uplifted. For lips, I think I'm going to do something different. I think I'm going to use a lip liner. This is the Ulta Liner Automatic Lip Liner in the color Bloom. Love this. This is probably my all-time favorite lip liner, to be honest. It has great lasting power, and I never have to touch it up. It's a nice like berry color, so it looks very fall winter, but you can definitely pass it off in the spring. Like I wore this lip look for my engagement pictures, and we took our engagement pictures right before we got married, like at the end of summertime, because we got married in October. So, and it was perfect. I didn't have any issues. And on top of it, I wear the Viva Glam 5 lipstick. So this is probably one of my all-time favorites, just because it's very simple, very just like everyday casual. You don't have to worry about messing up too much on it. And then because it was also my wedding lipstick. And you could throw a gloss on top if you want. I personally don't like wearing lip gloss to work because I feel like it gets goopy on my lips. So yeah, that's the finished makeup look. What I'm probably going to do for hair is, honestly, I hate wearing it up to work. I feel like I should be wearing it down, but this is like 4th day hair. I mean, nah, it's like 3rd day hair, so it's a little too greasy and not motivated to be worn down. So I think what I'm gonna do is do like a little poof, maybe, and then wear it in a ponytail. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Actually, it kind of looks okay like that. I could probably pull it off and be perfectly fine. Throw some dress shampoo in it and I'm good to go. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this getting ready with me video. Like I said, I really enjoy filming them. I mean, it's like I'm talking to my girlfriends, and I think that's one of the reasons why you guys enjoyed it the most, is because you felt like it was just casual conversation, not like a just video I'm recording about what I buy. I can actually talk to you guys about things that I enjoy, things that are going on in my life and stuff like that. So let me know in the comments down below if you have any really good names for this series, how often you think you would like to see them without it being overkill, and I would be happy to film them for you. So yeah, again, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!